Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Anthony here, and we're back with a brand new Discord video. So today I'm going to show you guys how to display a simple member count tracker on the sidebar. Well, that's not really the sidebar, it's pretty much where all of the channels are displayed. But pretty much there are some servers that I noticed that have this little member count tracker where basically every single time a user joins or leaves, it'll update and it'll pretty much display the total amount of users that are in the guild, which I think is pretty cool. It gets, it shows the users, live stats. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and implement that ourselves. So yeah, so for example, if someone were to leave, this thing would go from 78 to 77, just like that, okay. And this is a voice channel, okay. You could do a text channel, but it'd be pretty pointless. I would not do a text channel because then people could click on it and it'd just be blank. If it's a voice channel, you can't click on it. I mean, you could, but you won't be able to join it and it won't show anything useless. So I think using a voice channel is perfect. Yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and go right into our console or Visual Studio Code. We're going to go ahead and create a file called bot.js, and I'm going to bring in the Discord.js module, and then I'm going to create an instance of the Discord client, just like that. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and get my token, so let's just regenerate this, and yeah, it should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and create a config.json file. And don't worry, I'm going to explain what I just did in just a second. Okay, so basically these first two lines of code. On the first line, I'm bringing in the Discord.js module, so it's like an import, right? I'm requiring the entire Discord.js library and storing it inside this Discord variable, this Discord constant. Okay, now I want to instantiate the Discord client. So to do that, I'm going to say const client equals. So to instantiate a class or an object or an instance of a class, you do new and then Discord.client. That will instantiate a Discord client for you. Okay, so with this Discord client, we can actually use it to log our bot in. Now I created a config.json file to store my token because I don't want to expose my token in my main entry script just like that easily, in case if I want to send my code to someone. I don't want them to see my bot token just lying around, because they could, if it goes public, they could, your bot could become compromised, even your server too, so you got to be careful with that. So it's better to just simply say const token, and then we're going to bring in the token from the config.json file like this. So we're going to say equals require, and we're going to specify the path to that config.json file. So since the path is in the same directory, we're just going to say ./config.json, and then we're going to reference the token key just like that. And that will pretty much store this entire value inside this variable over here. And we're done. Now we can do client.login token. If I do client on ready, this takes in a callback function with no parameters. If I do console log hello world, save that, and let's go ahead, nodemon bot.js. Our bot should work. Hello world, our bot is online. Perfect. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, when the bot first logs in, we're going to display the total amount of members currently that the bot sees. Okay, so if you're just writing this, I'm assuming that you guys are probably going to be writing this code for just your own server. So I'm only going to just do that. I'm not going to worry about other servers. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over to our server right over here. We're going to right click it, click copy ID. And I'm going to say let guild or let my guild equal. So I'm going to say client. Now client, remember, this is the Discord client. Now the client object has a property called guilds. Now this guilds property is a collection. It's a subclass of a map. Okay, the JavaScript map. And we can actually use the getSet method that it inherits from the map class to retrieve the guild that we need. Right, instead of actually iterating through it using for each, right, we can just use get because that's faster. So we're going to pass in the key, the guild ID, and this will actually get the correct guild for us. My guild. So let's console log it, and you're gonna see our guild just got printed out. or our guild got logged to the console, I should say. It's a lot. I'm going to just print out the name so it's easier for you guys to read. Yeah, test. That's the name of my server. Test. Okay, cool. So now that we have the guild, we need to get the members, right? The member count. So we're gonna say, let's member count equal my guild. So this my guild variable is now it's a guild object. Okay, now the guild object has a property called members. Now members is also a collection. Now I'm gonna go over to the documentation because I want you guys to actually see where this is coming from. Right, let's go over to client. Now client, okay, is the main, it says over here the main hub for interacting with the Discord API. Don't worry too much about it. So you can see client has the property called guilds. Guilds is a collection, okay? And the collection, if you want to know what a collection is pretty much, it's pretty much like a map with additional utility methods. You can read all about it, but you can see they have other methods for you to play around with the API much better. So yeah, since they map, we can easily access any guild by their key. Okay, and it'll return a guild object, right? Which is what it's doing over here. Okay, now that we have that guild object, let's go back to documentation. We can see the guild object has a property called members. Or it does have a property called member count, which you can use. So you actually don't need. I actually never noticed this at all. This has to be new. Is it? I have never noticed member count. This might be a new feature. I am not sure. It's been a while since I've used Discord.js, but actually, yeah, you can just use member count. So we're gonna do my guild member count. I didn't even realize that. Anyways, okay. So now we have the actual total amount of members. So let's just console log that member count. And it should print 13. And is that correct? Yep, 13. Perfect. Okay. So now we want to have the member count display correctly over here on this channel. So what you're going to do is, let me just delete this real quick. What you're going to do is you're going to create a voice channel. And you're going to name it, let's just name it members. You can name it whatever you want. Okay. Private channel, and who can connect to this channel? Obviously only admins should ever be allowed to. So you can put this all the way on the top. Doesn't really matter where you put it. I'm gonna do members and then save changes. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna right click this, we're gonna click copy ID, and we want to get the actual channel, the actual voice channel on this server. We want to get this members voice channel. Okay, so what we're going to do is, since we still have the guild object, remember guild object has a lot of properties. One of the other properties it has is channels. Channels is also a collection, and it pretty much will return all of the guild channels that are available. Now there are different types of guild channels. Obviously there are text channels, voice channels, etc. Well, I mean those are really the only two for the guild. But basically we want the voice channel, so we can do something like this. Let's just call it member count channel equals my guild dot channels get, and we're going to let's just do this again, copy ID get, and then pass in that voice channel ID just like that. And if I do console log member count channel dot name members, just like that. See? Perfect. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to simply just change the name of this channel. Okay, so when the bot first logs in, the bot needs to change the name of the channel to members : or whatever you want, and then the total number of members that are in the guild. The reason why we need to do this is because, let's say for example, well, I'll explain it after I do the next step because we're not done yet. Right, but just follow along and it'll make a lot of sense. So we're gonna do let's see, member count channel dot set name, and we're gonna call it members, and we're gonna say member count just like that. And then this returns a promise, I think, right? Returns a promise. So let's just say then, and I don't know, let's call this result, console log result, and then catch error, console log error. This should work though, because our bot does have permission, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, missing access, so we need to give our bot permission. So just give it bot for now. I don't even know the permissions for my roles, but yeah, it should be okay. Yep, should be fine. Let's try again. So we're gonna restart the bot. It's gonna save. Okay. No errors. Oh, still there's another error. Let's just give it admin. Okay, there we go. All right, restart the bot again. There we go. So now you can see members :13. All right. So now if let's just go over here real quick. Right. So right now, if I leave the server, nothing's gonna happen because we haven't written the code for it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's just say client on. We're gonna handle another event. We're gonna call, or the event is called guild member add. This takes in a member object, guild member object. And the other event we're going to handle is guild member remove, like that. Okay. Okay. Let's do guild member remove first. So let's see. What we're going to do is when a guild member leaves, we're just going to update the channel name. Okay. So let's just do that. So I'm just honestly going to copy and paste everything here, because everything's the same thing, really. I'm going to just get rid of that, and yeah, let's just leave that alone for now. And then member account channel, we're going to just copy and paste again. It's literally the same thing. Yeah, it's literally the same thing, actually. So yeah, I think I'm not going to do, actually I'll just leave it alone for now. And let's just do that, and just copy and paste that over there, and we should be good to go. Yeah, we should be good. So let's go ahead and let's leave the server. Okay, and let's look 12. All right, let's go invite people. Copy, and let's just join the server again. 13. See how I updated it just like that. Just like that, right over there. Right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't think there's much that really needs to be said. A couple things that I can think of that I probably might want to mention. No, not really. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Pretty much once they leave, members goes to 12. Once they join, members goes to 13, and etc. etc. Now, what I want to mention now, is that, let's say for example, right, the reason why we need to handle this in the guild member add and guild member remove, the reason why we need to handle the case in the ready event is, let's just say for example, right, let's just say your bot crashes and 10 more people join your server. Okay, now because 10 more people join your server, that it's not being updated, the channel name is not being updated, and the only time it will be updated again is unless you manually update it or your bot restarts. And if your bot restarts, then it will just pretty much update everything. It will just update it to the current count of the members, if that makes any sense. I mean, it should. It's not really anything complicated, but yeah, I really hope this tutorial made sense. I hope most of you guys will appreciate it, because I honestly think this is actually pretty cool. So yeah. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. If you guys have any suggestions or comments, just leave it down. Just comment down below, or join my Discord server. And I have a Discord server now, so if you need help with making bots, just join the server. And yeah, I have a bunch of channels that you guys can ask questions on. We currently have about, I think, 113 members, which is pretty cool. It's growing every single day, so definitely check it out, and I hope to see you guys there. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.